pointing at everything. Did she bring Connor?
Yeah.
Oh, yep, she did. Come on! Yeah! Come here! Come on!
I'd have been worried about making it if we'd rubbed the first.
You need a ticket?
You don't got a ticket, bro. You gotta pay your way in and out. I got a ticket though. Look.
Go, bro. Yep.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How you doing? What's up? Come on, nobody? God! What's up? What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? Is this the Crafty Christian table? No. Y'all didn't make your own table?
Just me and him. Yeah, those are Martin.
See? When I send all these DVDs to y'all, y'all gonna be wanting to be on it.
Oh, what is that? Wait.
That's a large scale. I'll sit back here.
Our coaches and their families, and for the time that they put in with these young men, coaches. Our quarterback club also, thank you for your hard work. We raised a lot of money this year. We spent a lot of money. That's what we have to do to raise our program. It takes money. To quarterback club members in general, thank you for your hard work. Parents, thank you for showing up, doing everything we've asked you to do. LeBron Floyd, thank you for catering tonight and catering most of the season on Friday nights. We had several churches that fed us on Friday night. Cedar Point Church, Pine Grove, Cross Point, Saucy Bones. Saucy Bones is not a church. Mount Rachel and Oakwood fed us one time. I want to thank our Southeast Administration. Jenny and Mark are here tonight. Thank you for being here. We appreciate your support. 12th man could not make it tonight. I was hoping they could be here every Friday night. They worked their butts off for these young men. And Cody, his grandmother, was in a car wreck just the last day or two. He couldn't make it. And keep him in your prayers, his grandmother. Lloyd Kirby, our team chaplain, could not make it tonight. He's got the flu. So his whole family has the flu, so please keep them in your prayer. Our chain crew, I want to thank them for working hard every Friday night. Anyone who was a sign sponsor, thank you. Our parents that made sandwiches for the 9th grade and JV football games. Our paint crew, the men who helped paint the field. You know, we were here most nights till 11 o'clock at night, and I appreciate your hard work. The parents that cleaned the field house, that's a tough job. Clean up after 100 young men. So that's a tough job. Thank you. Ms. Crow, thank you for your support. These boys, most of them will get a birthday card from Ms. Crow. We get letters of encouragement every week from her. Thank you. Obviously, our anonymous donor for the track this year, we want to thank them for the contribution. Tony, our trainer, works hard with these young men. I want to thank Mr. Tramble for helping with the field. Last 2 years, he's brought his tractor up here and worked in our field, our practice fields, to get them smooth. Mr. Mayhan, the Southeast Band, and our cheerleaders. And like I said, I'm sure I'm missing some people. I apologize. I want to thank everybody for their contributions. Now, we're going to start recognizing our young men. We will try to go as fast as we can, but these guys to my right are long-winded. Working in advance. They look like preachers, don't they? So, we like to brag on our young men. It's been a long season. We like to say positive things about them. And we hate to see them go, especially our seniors. Now, I got a quick PowerPoint about the season. I'm going to run through, and then the coaches will come up, and we'll start recognizing our young men, starting with our freshmen. Our freshmen will go first. So, I was frustrated. I was frustrated for these young men. Okay? It didn't end the way we wanted to. We wanted to win at least 6 games. We wanted to beat Dalton for the first time in forever. We wanted to beat Northwest for the first time in forever. It didn't happen. It was frustrating for me, for these young men, for you as parents and grandparents. Some of us feel like a punching bag when the season's over. All right? That's Winnie the Bruin getting beat up at a Southeast pep rally. Winnie the Bruin, right there. Now, but here's the thing. When you go back, Coach Ferris came up to me. He made the highlight film, by the way. Y'all give him a hand for making the highlight film. Coach Ferris came up to me after he made the highlight film and said, Coach, the highlight film is not like I remember. Because we were all so frustrated when the season ended. But when I went back and watched when I went back and made the highlight film, we were a good football team. We were a good football team. We had great catches, as you see here. Touchdowns, one-handed catches. We had diving catches. We were the masters of one-handed catches. There was a lot of great things went on. We had some great carries. We had some guys that ran with force. They ran over people, put their head down, made things happen. It's old Nick Chubb right here trying to tackle Damien. Lots of good things happened. When I watched that highlight film just then, if you watch that highlight film, we made some amazing plays. Physical runs, running over people, stiff-arming people, running through them. We're starting to play the kind of football we've got to play. If we're going to win 6 games, if we're going to get that first win since 1986, first win season, we got to be physical. We're getting there. We made great passes. We made great catches. We played good defense. We got some guys scoring the footballs. You see here. Ishmael Sandoval right here. Senior, where you at, Ishmael? We'll brag on him for a second. Stand up. Stand up. We'll give him a Ishmael was undersized. He played his heart out this year for Southeast Raven.
Transitioned to his new role very well. He finished the season right there. He finished the season with 21 tackles, 23 assists, 3 sacks, tied for second on the team, 4 quarterback pressures, 1 pass breakup, and 1 caused fumble. The other junior I will be recognizing is Mark Hall. Okay, I've got 5. Mark Hall, JV defensive end. Man, I'm in a hurry tonight. I need to take my time, don't I? Back in the back, take my time. All right, Mark played JV defensive end, started most of the games, made some great plays in our JV wins, and contributed as a scout team player. He's got a big frame and a potential for great things. Up next, we've got Jacob Mashburn. Jacob transitioned from the outside linebacker position to defensive end. I remember talking to him about this time last year and suggested that he try out for a little defensive end. And he said, "I'll do whatever it takes to get on the field, Coach." And he had a great JV season. That great attitude led to him having this great season. He also won the Intergalactic Championship of the World, which takes place every Wednesday between the offensive line and the defensive line. And Coach Gibson lines his guys up, I line my guys up, best man wins. So Jacob won one week, and we're very proud of that. He also played tight end and contributed on special teams. Up next, we've got Anthony Ortiz. If you've not noticed, I've got a lot of converts. We got Anthony moved from linebacker to defensive end at the beginning of the year, and he proved to be a natural at his position. He was Mr. Consistency. He graded out almost every week. He accumulated 24 solo tackles, 13 assists, 4 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 3 quarterback pressures. He's a leader in the weight room and on the field. Next, we've got Ben Pedigo. Ben's a fearless player that also moved from linebacker to defensive line. He played defensive end and defensive tackle before having a season-ending knee injury. He worked hard to get on the field and usually made an impact while he was out there. Ben Pedigo. These are our juniors. Give them a big hand.
Coaching inside linebackers this year and coaching wide receivers on offense. And I'm going to start with the sophomores on the list tonight. First off, we have Thomas Cooper. On the JV, and Keeble took great strides this year. He ended up calling the defense for a lot of the JV games, played on all the special teams, and he's growing about 5 inches. So we hope he continues to grow. Next up, we have Brett Hasty. Who's earning? Okay, hold your faith. He also played wing back and corner for us with the large team, played some little bit of quarterback for us on the JV. But varsity play, he rushed 12 times for 106 yards, which is a 9.3 average. He caught 26 passes, 389 yards, and 5 touchdowns. I expect Colter to be an offensive and defensive leader for us. Next up, we have some juniors. Corey Barnes. Corey played wide receiver for us this year and played on the special teams for varsity and JV. Highlighted Corey's career so far. Honestly, this is probably the hardest working kid in our program. Corey is, of course, a little undersized. He told me he's now up to 140 pounds, which during the season he was 131. work ethic and heart than probably anybody else in the team. That's Corey. Next up, we have Brady Barnett. Brady is probably the smartest and most musically inclined guy. He was also one of the hardest hitters on the team. Our varsity did not want to hit him in practice because they're like, Brady's still in the hole. He was hurting our varsity guys on the JV. Brady also played in varsity games and on varsity special teams. He recorded 25 tackles this season for us. I expect him to lead the defense next year for one of the linebacker positions. Brady. Next up, Chaz Payne. Chad played defensive end and tight end both for us this year on the varsity. At defensive end, he made 20 tackles, including one tackle for loss. At tight end, he shot 13 passes for 222 yards, which was a 17-yard average. Maybe next season I get him a touchdown. We've been talking about time, but he got hampered with some injuries during the season, so he didn't get much playing time as he'd like to. But he has developed into a great young man. He has always been a team player. Even when he was injured, he's in a boot, whatever. Kyle was at practice every day helping me out with the drill. And he's a great young man. Next up, Austin Allen. Played his freshman year from his linebacker. Didn't play for the next two. But decided to come out his senior year, and I'm really glad he did. He led the team with 123 tackles this season. Coach Burrow was talking about somebody running through a wall. Austin will do it. Because that was the same way. He didn't rip through it like we were teaching him. He just ran through it. But he also had 2 fumble recoveries, and he got the big hit award several times this year in our meetings. And Austin is also a very good wrestler. I hope he plays in the stage. Next up, Abram Stanley. He's been in my group every time for 4 years. But Abram played wide receiver, linebacker, and snapper for us this season. Hey, would you snap all 4 years? So he's a 4-year letter. He was snapping for us as a freshman, which is unbelievable. This man has more heart than probably anybody around here. Anything I asked him to do, he was doing it. He played with his left shoulder the whole season. He played with his knees swelled up. It didn't matter. He was getting out there. He was second on the team in tackles. He ended up with 60 this year. On offense, he played wide receiver. He caught 10 passes for 163 yards. Now, we'll miss you. Next up, Brett Harper. Red's a 4-year starter for us in the varsity. And this year he played outside linebacker, safety, quarterback, and receiver for us. On defense, he recorded 49 tackles, forced 2 fumbles, and recovered 2 fumbles. At quarterback this year, he's passed 63 times for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. He also ran for 82 yards as a quarterback and 5 touchdowns. At wide receiver, he caught 17 passes for 207 yards and 4 touchdowns. He was accountable for 14 of our touchdowns this season. But now Red also holds the school record for number of receptions in a career. He now have 147 total receptions in a career. It's a school record. He also holds the record for reception yards in a career with 1,717.
He played quarterback, he played safety, he played a little wide receiver. At the varsity level, he recorded 1 tackle, 1 assist, which is 2 tackles total. That's some good math, Gilly. I'll tell you about Pablo though. He's Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch. Three minus 1. Okay, 2 times. 2 times that I remember at the JV level. He is the reason we won the game. Last year at here, Northwest game. How many interceptions did you have? 2. And the last one came in the final minutes. That seals the deal. And this year, I don't know if Coach Burrow mentioned this a couple times, but who did we beat? Dalton, right? We beat Dalton, yeah, at the JV level. So when he caught one of the game-winning interceptions there too. So and a touchdown. So we're just really excited about having him back next year. We expect big things. Okay. All right. Now, this guy, he stands 5'6", but we like to say it's 5'7". You know who I'm talking about. Ish Sandoval. Come on.
I'll give a hand for Jimmy McCoy. Mr. Matt Flower. Matt's as much of a comedian as he is a football player. He keeps us laughing, keeps us rolling a lot of times, keeps it lighthearted a lot of times in practice. But the best thing about him is he's a consistent competitor. He takes the little things serious, and he strives to be the best at everything he does. That means a lot to me as a coach when I talk about taking a particular step, putting your hands in a particular place, or giving a landmark for your hat. And Matt's the one trying to do it right every time. When you talk about senior leadership, this is him. That's him. And I appreciate that. I've got a chance to work with him last year, and I noticed his heart for his team and the game last year. And it has been, I'll say this, it's been a blessing to coach Matt Clover. I've really enjoyed it, and look forward maybe to him getting a chance maybe somewhere else. And I hope so, and really enjoy it. Y'all give a hand for Matt Clover.
Come on up here, David. David Fields, a sophomore running back. He had a super game when our JV beat Dalton. He had over 200 yards of offense that game. He returned a kickoff, about 91 yards for a touchdown. Had over 100 yards rushing that game. Has a bright future. He is probably the most improved from last year to this year. If he continues to improve like he's done, everybody better watch out. His future is very bright. He had great games also against North Murray. Against Murray, had missed a couple weeks from the injuries, but his future is bright. He gets excited on the sideline. I like to hear him say, "Turn up, turn up." He gets excited, and we're looking forward to big things out of Devin. Give Devin a hand. Next, let's call forward, guys. Tyler Brown. Tyler Brown. What does Brown do for you, as Coach Barry says? Tyler Brown's a sophomore. He had 581 yards rushing. He had 2 touchdowns. He's fast. He's tough. Thing that stands out in my mind, he had a 76-yard touchdown run versus Heritage. When that game was in doubt, he busted along, put it out of reach. And he's a tough kid. He played hurt. He hurt his shoulder, right off the bat this year, and battled a shoulder injury the entire season. But yet continued to play hard. He lives hard. He's a great wrestler, and he's just a great person, great student. And once again, we are looking forward to the next 2 years of Tyler Brown. Will's a sophomore quarterback. He has 582 yards rushing, 779 yards passing. He counted for 11 touchdowns this year. He had another 6 or 8 on the junior varsity. He's very fast, fearless, I think most of you remember the leap against Cedartown, 2-point play. And, you know, Will, he has trouble holding the football sometimes. Been getting hold of football. He is going to be a great player. But there's never any doubt that Will's playing to win. I know when he got hurt against Richmond, he got hurt twice in the Richmond game. First time he got hurt against Richmond, I got over the sideline, and the opposing trainer was trying to hold him down. Will was trying to get up. The trainer said, "Stay down, son, stay down." And I got there just in time to hear him say, "Let me up. We got to win this ball game." That tells you right there what he wants to win. He plays to win. Great future, sophomore Will Swanee. Next, we got junior Nick Burns. Come over here, Nick. Unfortunately, Nick tore his ACL at practice one day and had to miss most of the season. But Nick is a scrappy player. The thing that stands out in my mind, early in the year, I believe it was Northbury game, we had a big play, somebody's going out sideline, and Nick just... Next, we got Devin Walden. Devin is a junior, played a lot of special teams on the varsity. He's a junior varsity quarterback and cornerback. Devin is old school football. He's tough, he's hard-nosed, he's a competitor, he goes out there to win, he will surprise you with his speed. There's a lot of times he'll bust through, and I'm thinking, okay, they're going to catch him. There he goes. He plays hard. He goes as hard as he can all the time. He broke his finger against Heritage and continued to play. He came back the next week, now he played quarterback with a broken finger. That's hard to do. And that's what kind of competitor he is. He's going to be a great senior leader for us this year. Devin Walton. Next, we got Tanner Costa. Tanner played quarterback and linebacker for us. The first JV game of the season, Tanner went down to Gordon Central play. Tanner had 2 touchdowns in that game. Had a great game. He got hit by the injury bug there toward the end of the season. Had to miss a few weeks, but he made big contributions to the team. He's a wrestler also, and we're looking for big things next year out of Tanner Acosta. Next, another junior, Ramiro Guerrero. I will start out with Damian Manning. Come up here, Damian. Right. Damian had a great season for us. He played fullback and linebacker. You know, if you were watching the highlight film, he had great games against Lafayette. He had several big carries, had a big touchdown run against Lafayette. He almost picked one off, which would have been a great foot race. He broke in front of the guy about the 2-yard line, and I would like to have seen it because it may have been about a 98-yarder. And had a super game against Cedartown. Had several big runs, very physical. North Murray game, had some big tackles in that game, some big plays. Damian's a great athlete, great asset to our team. Senior Damian Manning. Next, we've got Cole Gillen. One of your Cole. Cole's my nephew. I was very proud of him this year. Cole scored the first touchdown of the season for us. He caught a touchdown pass against North Murray. He almost got a touchdown pass against Gordon Central the next week. And he had 2 big catches against Dalton. And one thing that I want to mention about Cole, make me very proud of him, he was a great scout team player. He was a senior. You know, most seniors are like, I don't want to play scout team. Cole went out there every day, doing what he could for the team because he loved football. Every day we got a scout team out there, he jumped out there and played wide receiver because he likes football. He loves football. So I was proud of Cole and the year he had. Senior, Cole Gillen. All right. Next we got Blake Foster. Over here, Blake. Blake had right at 500 yards of total offense. He had 4 touchdowns. He had 2 running touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown, and 1 passing touchdown. He made 35 tackles on defense. He had great games against North Murray. The first game of the year, he had a big hit. Right off the bat, he made a big hit on their sideline. If you watch this on film, go back and watch it. He hits the kid gets up, he takes about 5 steps, and just says, blam, hits the ground. So, that game was a great game for Blake. Another play sticks out in my mind. I saw him spot a pass in the North Murray game, right in front of our sideline. Quarterback threw the ball, he jumped up, it was like volleyball. He jumped up, blam! And he made some very manly sounds. I think it scared the other team. After his pocket, he said, "Ah!" I think that turned the tide of the game, I'm pretty sure. The quarterback was like, I want none of that bearded man over there. He also had 2 incredible catches in the Heritage game, 1 diving catch on our sideline, and the Seartown game. Outstanding game this year for him. I'm going to miss these guys. These seniors right here, I've coached them for a long time, since they were in 7th grade. They're a great group of young men, and I'm definitely going to miss them. So me and you can have a seat.
Did you see the way the players and managers are lined up? If you can line up in that order. And players, managers, when I call your name, you will come up and accept your scrapbook. Our football players, Red Harper. Blake Foster. Louis Sprayer. Cole Gilliam. Abram Stanley. Austin Burke. Nick Stewart, you might want to bring the wagon. Ismail Sandoval. Michael Pierce. Jonathan Dirty Sanchez. Matt Clower. Mr. Branco. Damon Manning.
Jonathan Sanchez. Austin Perky. Blake Foster. Rhett Harper. Nick Stewart. Louise Frayer. Abram Stanley. Matt Lord. Isabel Sandoval. And Cole Gilliams. All right, these are our 4-star generals. 4 years of high school football.